So the kill house is a great representation of a culmination of all the things we've worked on. You know, you have to understand your OODA loop process. You have to understand when you're training, are you training knowledge, skill, ability, or tactics? And then how to apply that. You know, when we're on that one-way range out there, we really don't get a whole lot of feedback other than the hole in the target or the instructor having his or her comments relative to, you know, the task at hand. And like I told you before, you're actually competing against yourself, not anybody left or right of you. Then when we bring it inside here, it becomes a three-dimensional world. And it gets a lot more complicated. Taking corners, muzzle discipline with people who are not threats, moving in and about. Okay, and then the scenarios where we had people that were totally innocent. They weren't involved at all, yet they just got caught in the crossfire, and how to engage only the threat and leave everybody else alone. And then we worked on some communication, right? When we did that team drill, I told you it was about communication, right? So when we got in our scenarios, you needed to communicate, whether it was to your loved one that was in the scenario or the other people that just happened to be innocent bystanders. What do you want them to do? You just announced through your gunfire that you're in control of the situation. So what do you want them to do? And then, you know, I told you earlier, when you're involved in a shooting in self-defense, what the police have to do to you. What's important for you to do? Shut your mouth. Exactly. But you have this impending desire to want to plead your case to that police officer, and he cannot decide guilt or innocence on the scene. So look at all the things that you've done this week, this weekend, and see how they start to build upon each other. You got a little roughed up, a little exertion, a little bit of fatigue. That gives us an understanding of what that stress is going to be like. And then what do? We followed it up with understanding that's going to happen, why it happens, and then what do we have to do and why. And that is pump the brakes and make an accurate shot. Because it's all about where did the shot go? Because you're responsible for that bullet as soon as it leaves your gun. So I hope that, you know, through these 3 days, as you got to experience some things you haven't experienced before. And we have some experienced shooters and some non-experienced shooters. And I think not only did you learn from me, but you got to learn from each other as well. You know, and I'll be honest with you, when I go to another class and I'm a student, I love to hear from the peer group. You know, take it all in, because they see a different view than an instructor's view. And we have to always remind ourselves that we're students as well. So I appreciate you guys coming out here and spending 3 very long days training hard. We shot a lot. Some of us bled a lot. We broke some stuff. Maybe we realized some stuff about our kit that we want to change, or how we carry. Maybe we realized something about ourselves. And to me, that's the most important thing. So I really appreciate it. You guys have anything you want to add? I'll open it up. Any questions, concerns?
Is there going to be a part B?
There will be. There will be. Yep.
And that last drill messed me up. Big time.
The girl?
No. Going against you.
Yeah?
I try, like, at the beginning of the drill, I try to put everything out of my head and say, there's a guy in here, find him and kill him. And then the first time I got shot, it was like everything reset, totally reset my OODA loop, and I was back to square one, like, what the crap did I do? And then I had to go start back over, find that dude and kill him.
Right.
And now I'm mad.
Yeah.
I just got shot. So
Control the beast.
Yeah.
Control the beast.
beast was off the chain.
Yeah.
I was pissed by that point, and then, of course, that's when you shot me again, several times.
Yeah.
So now the beast is like cowering in a corner.
I just need to shoot this.
For those who don't know, we turn the cameras off and we got an opportunity to play a little cat and mouse against the instructors. So we let them grab some guns and we grab some guns and let them go play hide and go seek with us and see if they could find us. So that's what he's talking about. We got a little chance to, you know, to duke it out, but we won't turn the cameras off for that kind of stuff. But good. No, I mean, honestly, look at each shot. It's not as I got shot, as if I exposed something I shouldn't have, or there was a weakness in my technique, okay? Laying in wait, it's too easy for that person, okay? They're watching for you to make a mistake. It's the easy part of the gunfight, and that's what criminals will do. The hard job is doing what you are doing, is you only get one chance to make a mistake. So we're constantly a student. We're constantly learning. And that's an awesome learning experience you had. Awesome. And you'll never forget it. It will be with you forever. But you know how I know? Because I was wearing the same shoes you wore one time. The exact same. And it was just as emotional for me. And that's why I can empathize. And you're not learning unless you're growing through an emotional, traumatic event. It's for all of us. So it's outstanding, man. I think each one of you guys took away something new, as well as confirmed or reaffirmed stuff you already knew about yourself. And that's great. I would rather be tested on the training range than in real life. So outstanding, guys. Good job. You got to problem solve. Sometimes you got to think outside the box, you know. Forget the ways of because I told you. Remember this experience as here's more options for you. I didn't say anything in here was definitive, did I? Nothing. I want you to want to do it, and I want you to want to grow your own technique and your own way of doing it and learn more. Go seek out other instructors. Go take their classes and see what they have to offer. And take the good and store the bad. It's good. Real good. Thank you guys for coming out, man. I really appreciate it.
Sir.
Thank you, George. Thank you, Chad. Enjoyed it, brother. Logan, enjoyed it. Joe.
Appreciate it.
Enjoyed it. All right, I got some stuff for you guys. You know it. All right. So inside your blue folder, you have your certificate of training. So this is Joseph's, Logan, Chad, and George. I also have for you your own Modern Warrior hat.
Sweet.
And a patch for you.
Very good.
All right. Then I have
11 months early.
one of our Second Amendment decals.
Thank you.
There you go. Bible for the mindset of self-defense. Jeff Cooper's book, Principles of Personal Defense. And then I'd like for you all to have a signed copy of my book, Counterviolence, which will reiterate a lot of things that we've talked about here. So, once again, gentlemen, thank you. You guys have spent 10 hours on day one, 12 hours on day two, and we're looking at about 8 or 9 hours right now. So it's almost 30 hours of nonstop. I mean, we stopped literally one time each day to have some lunch. And other than resetting, we were rolling. gonna be hard for us to go somewhere and train that hard. And I appreciate your attitudes, your willingness to train. It makes my job to convey information that I have for you a lot easier. So thank you, gentlemen. You guys are free to go. I appreciate it. Enjoyed it, bro. Thank you. You did good. You did good. You did great, bro. You did great. Chad, always a pleasure, bro. Always.
It was great to see you again.
George.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.